Yes guys, welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the Leeds United love story, part motherfucking 10. Okay, it's been a while since I've done a video, particularly on this, for the simple reason I've been away for a week. Now, the shit thing is, right, is I actually brought my laptop with me, and I was going to play some more of it, and then I realised I didn't bring the save. I was well pissed off. And I played a little bit of my game, like a few hours before we left last Saturday. But nevertheless, we'll do an update. It isn't actually too much more advanced than where I was. Oh shit, I'm going to just quickly come off that. Just bear with me a minute, guys. Right, okay, that should sort that when it fucking gets its arse in gear. Sorry, give me a minute. There you go, that's that sorted. We haven't advanced too much since my last video, to be honest with you. I don't think so anyway, because I can't even remember what was in the previous part. But you may not recall, we're no longer Leeds, obviously. We've been around the block a few times. We are at the mighty AC Milan. Now, I mean, I've said this a few times, you know, is it the time to end the save and start a new save somewhere else? But you know what? This just gets better and better. And that's a rarity, isn't it? Look at that right in front of you there. And Elka's produced amazing performances. Look at that. You don't ever see that. Let's have a quick gander at Anelka. So just to remind you now that we're into season 10. Are we in season 10? Yeah, we're in season 10, aren't we? He's moved around a bit. He's been around the block. Okay, so we are AC Milan. Season 1 for AC Milan. And that is where we're at the minute. We've had a bit of a tough run of late, I think it's fair to say. We got that was a hard pill to swallow. Losing at Regina really fucking hacked me off. You sort of accept defeats or losses, or you know, defeats, losses, draws to big sides. I mean, we drew with Parma just before that, and that really frustrated me. That really frustrated me, as you can see why. Followed by the defeat to Regina, really hacked me off. We have been very ruthless in the Champions League, as you can see, so we are into the second phase. We got lucky getting the AC Milan job, to be honest with you, because, just to remind you if I haven't already mentioned this, they sacked their manager having finished third in the Serie A last season. And just to also give you a quick recap on me as a manager, there you see Leeds to Benfica to Leverkusen to Chelsea to Real Madrid to Milan. The only team we haven't won a title with was Chelsea. We weren't at Chelsea very long, as you can see. They did go on to win the title, Chelsea, so I'm taking credit for that fucker. But we won the title everywhere else. We're yet to win the... no, I got that totally wrong. We're not yet to win the European Cup, because we won it with Real Madrid, the European Champions League. We won it with Real Madrid, who are... Well, we had a great season. We had a great run with Real Madrid, to be fair. But now it's a new challenge ahead, and we've obviously done a lot of signings this season. And as you can see, one of my... I mean, we brought an aging Cliver. I might have already mentioned that before. Robin was a great signing. We brought some players here and there. Nothing. I mean, that I know you're looking at that player thinking, what the fuck? A forward right? Who plays a forward right? Well, yeah. You know what? He was a free transfer, so fuck yourselves. You may recall this guy that I purchased, Alembi, from Real Madrid. Now, the reason behind my madness on that, I say madness, but you can see why I signed him at Real Madrid, having signed him at Benfica. Now, I signed him at Benfica, but never actually got to manage him. And you look at his season before last, 19 assists at Benfica, so I thought I've got to take the risk. Paid a lot of money, and look at his return, 22 assists, so that's why I've taken the pot shot for him this season. Andy Bird, a regen obviously, and you might have already seen that I've got Stephen Reed, who's one of the most versatile guys around. Well, look at Andy Bird, and look at him so far, 14 games and 8-0, so got to be happy with that indeed. Stephen Reed, almost as versatile. He plays on the left, but he doesn't play as a sweeper. All I need to get now is Lucas Neal, and then we've got the whole got them all, haven't we? So you know, we've got ourselves. I'm not saying we've got the greatest side. I have trained Mexes to be a central defender, as you can see, he is working. We haven't got the greatest side, but I'm still confident to make an assault on the title this season. In respect of money, I'm not sure if I've still got money to spend, but I'm going to have to wait for the for the transfer deadline. I don't think we've got anybody coming. We have got an offer into Chelsea for this striker. He was a fringe player at Chelsea. Now Chelsea, let me remind you, I said to you that I said to you with Chelsea that I left them halfway through 07-08. They went on to win the title, and they've gone on to win 2 more titles. So, without giving myself a big head, I set them up. I don't give a shit what you say. I set them up for that. Leeds United are obviously still a major force. If you look at Leeds United and look at their history, well, 3rd last season, surprisingly, 2nd and 2nd, and of course we left them. Was it after the 04-05 season? I think it was. After after 4 titles, something like that. I don't know, but who gives a shit? So that is where we're at then with our AC Milan Giants. I mean, Shevchenko, look at that, 34 years of age, and anyone who says he's overrated, bollocks. Because look at that, I mean, he's 34 now and he's still absolutely killing it. And it was important for him to kill it. I mean, he's having his better season than any other season in terms of average rating. Ronaldinho was a pre-arranged deal for Milan, which I let go through because I know Ronaldinho is a good player. I've never managed him in this particular save, and you can see just how well Ronaldinho is doing for me. Robben, I managed to get him because his contract was unprotected, so was very happy with that. Hence why Raul. Now we all remember Raul. As you can see, I'm playing him in a centre mid. More about that in a minute. Now Raul, of course, we sold as Real Madrid manager to Milan. So Raul is playing pretty much where I've got him in that tactic. You're all looking at that tactic thinking, what the fuck? Gary's looking at that tactic thinking, what the fuck? You know, it's working. It's working for me. We've got an aging squad. We have got an aging squad. When you, I mean, other than Robben, Shevchenko, Ronaldinho is 30, Raul, Gattuso. I brought in Jamie Langford, looking good in goal. As I said, an aging Patrick Kluivert. So we have got ourselves a relatively good setup. And what you've got to remember is the AI don't keep up with it, and you know they get weaker. Theoretically, it should be an easier title to win, but they are buying. In fact, something I don't really ever go to, but let's have a look at that. So, world transfers. It's always worth noting. Luis Fabinho has gone to Lyon. So, Luis Fabinho, Claudio Pizarro is still going. I never really look at this sort of thing. Let's go back a month. So October. Emre has gone to Lazio. Now Birmingham City. Let me remind you. Birmingham City have won the title somewhere along the line. Yeah, they won it in 05-06. So I would expect them to have money, Birmingham City. Credit where it's due to them. Let's see what else we got. Let's have a quick gander then. September, Ashley Cole. I did look at Ashley Cole. Robbie Keane. I didn't even spot that. Robbie Keane's move. Robbie Keane's a fucking great player. But I've not got Scotland Open, to be fair. Who was that Verbeek? Verbeek, I remember. I'm sure I remember reading about him. Maybe it's just his surname that I'm looking as familiar. I think it probably is, to be honest with you. There's a lot of regens, obviously, a lot of aging players. And let's just go back to. There you go. There's a couple of players obviously that left me there, as you can see at the bottom there. Let's go. Well, there you go. I topped August with that 20 million signing, and of course Radua. A central defender. Man, he's not done too bad. Central defence is very difficult to get consistency in this game. Kieran Dyer. Now, Kieran Dyer. Let me point out. Kieran Dyer had arranged to come to me as AC Milan. It was a pre-arranged deal. The money weren't going to let me keep Dyer and Ronaldinho, and I had to be realistic and think Dyer is a real big injury-prone cunt, as you can see. So I obviously opted to fuck Dyer off because I figured I had Gattuso. And that is it, really. In fact, let's just have a look at July as well, if we can. So Ronaldinho, that was already a preset deal. Did I? Oh, I could. Yeah, that was a pre-arranged. No, I couldn't have bought him, surely. I don't remember even getting him, to be honest with you. But as you can see, I've sold him. And then Robben, Robben was obviously a big purchase for me. So that is where we're at then with part 10 of this epic of a save. Clearly there will be a part 11 because you're all going to want to know how we've done as AC Milan. We're in the Champions League, but we'll see what the future holds. So until next time, guys, take it easy from me.